had to wash my face because I'm not a dusty face hoe. Like some of y'all. Sad that this is this dirty. This is my mirror. Before I start. So what I'm going to be doing today is a simple glam. Simple glam. Something very simple. A little light beats. Nothing too major. And I just want to do a little disclaimer. This is how I do my makeup. I had to put this disclaimer in here because y'all be trying it down there in the comment section. Okay, continue, girl. So you can do yours however you like, whatever works for you. That's how you do. I will show y'all some of the products that I use. And I want to shout out to, well, let me mix this up. This is how long I ain't done my makeup. I want to shout out to my best friend Keisha for getting me this ring light. That's number one. Number two, also, a lot of these products, she put me on game when I was entering the makeup world, if you will. She put me on game to a lot of these products. So, I have to shout out to her. So what I'm doing right now is just putting on primer. I never, when I first got in to makeup, I never used to use primer. Just because I was like, bitch, what the fuck I need primer for? Bitch, put that makeup on and go about your business. But you're painting your face. And with you painting your face, it works just as though you are like painting a wall. So you kind of need that primer. Once I put on my primer, this is the primer that I'm using. This is the primer that I'm using. Once I put on my primer, the next thing I do is I do my eyebrows. A lot of people say they like my eyebrows. Again, guys, I am not a makeup artist. I only do my face. I don't do nobody else's face. If you want me to play in your face, I will. And if you like the results, that's perfect. But I only play in my face. So when it comes to concealer, I used to use Lord, I don't forgot the name now. Makeup Forever. And that, where is my Makeup Forever? Because this is actually not the concealer I want to use. Hold on, guys. This isn't the concealer. This is Revolution. But this isn't the one I want to use. Let me find my Makeup Forever. Is what I use. Is it gonna focus? This is what I use for my eyebrows. One thing that I was taught that I live by is you do what works for you. If it works for you, then do your thing, go on about your business. Nobody don't care, whatever. I feel like this is not the, let me get in focus. I picked up this brush, but I like to use a thin brush. And so you can look at this. See how thin that is compared to how thick that is. I like to use a thin brush when I'm doing my makeup. Let me see if I can make this a little higher for you guys. Okay, since this is a makeup tutorial, I guess you want to see me. Yes, there we go, boo-boo. And again, do what works for you. That is something that I had to be taught because I was like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And don't get me wrong, getting advice from people is all good and well. But at the end of the day, you have to do what works for you. And also, if it takes longer than normal, that's cool too. But so, as you can see, a lot of people when they see this, they're gonna be like, they're gonna lose their mind, because they're gonna be like, he's not using a pencil. No, I'm not using a pencil. I'm not using pomade. I'm not. I just don't. I have eyebrows. I don't need to do that. And then with me saying that, people are gonna be like, well, it's used to define the brow and all of that. Listen, this is a natural beat, so I'm not using that. Again, and this goes back to what I was saying. You do what works for you. If it works for you, then use it. But as for me and my house, you know, everybody should, if you're from the South, you know that little saying, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So, also another thing I want to say too is when you do your makeup for you. Don't do your makeup for nobody else. Because some people will come on here, and I'm just trying to stop it dead in its tracks as a new YouTuber, if you will. Some people will come on here and say, oh, I don't like how he does his makeup, or that looks trash, or like several different things. I don't give a fuck. 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 So, it's okay. It's okay. Do what works for you. Do what works for you. Ooh, that was the ambulance. So, after I do my eyebrows, I put on my foundation. I have a little mold that I like to just cover up right there. And again, forgive me, this is a test video, so I know it looks like I'm looking off in space, but I'm actually looking at myself because I'm that vain instead of looking at you guys. Near the end of this video, I noticed that I probably should have had the phone turned around, but oh well. I'm that vain, so I'm looking at myself and then going back to the mirror. Once I look at my eyebrows and I like them, what I will do, again, is I will go ahead and put on my foundation. Now, this foundation is foundation that I live by. I live by this foundation. I guess I should have brought a cup out here so I could put my brushes in something. I want that makeup to get on my desk. I live by this foundation. I used to use Clinique. I've used Clinique. I've used Makeup Forever. I actually have not. I have some of Fenty, but I don't have the foundation. So, but we'll get into that a little later. But this is what I use. If you guys want to see part 2 of me doing my makeup, I need 100 subscribers, and that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb, period.